Let's begin with a practical example. So at first, you should download this AWS toolkit, which comes for Visual Studio 2017 and 19. Depending on which version you're going to use, you can download. Once it is downloaded, you can install this and make sure while installing all the Visual Studio versions or all the Visual Studio instances 2015, 17, 19, anywhere, anything which you have, it should be closed. Only then it will be able to install successfully. Once that is installed, then open your Visual Studio. I have opened Visual Studio 2019. Now click on a create new project. I'm going to start or do from a new project. So ASP.NET Core web application. Click on next. Then let's give it a name like Elastic Beanstalk demo, and let me provide the exact location. Then click on create. After that, let's select API project. Click on create. So it will create dummy project for us, and then we will deploy this application to Elastic Beanstalk. Okay, so the solution is now created for us. We can see we have one default weather forecast controller for us. So let at first run this application to see whether it is all working fine for us. Ideally it should, since it is a default template and we have not made any change. Let it first build and then we'll see the output. Still loading. Okay, so see, right now it is going to load on localhost 44386. Once we deploy this, we'll have some public URL. We'll make use of this URL to access our API. At first, let it load just to make sure that it is all working at localhost. Okay, we have the response. Now just stop the application. Now, if you have successfully installed the AWS toolkit, now if you right click on your project, you will see publish to AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Just click on it. At first, it would ask that do you want to redeploy to an existing environment or do you want to create a new app environment? Since we are doing it first time, so we'll make use of create a new application environment. This is your profile, and of course, any reason if you create, at first you need to provide the reason where do you want to create. So I am always making use of Asia Pacific Mumbai, and now I already have one environment available, so it is just showing me that environment, but I do not want to deploy on this environment, rather I want to create a new environment. So click on next. Now it will ask for the configurations. First is name of your application, so Elastic Beanstalk demo, let it be as it is. Now environment, the dev, test and prod. So I'm going to select the dev environment. So this would be your public URL. You can check the availability and you can give the different name as well if you want to. Click on next. Now it is going to ask which type of machine do you want. So since it's a .NET Core 3.1 version, right? I'm using Visual Studio 2019 with .NET Core 3.1. So I'll use 64-bit Windows Server Core 2019 v2 5.9 running IS 10.0, and the same version is here with this time 5.10. So I'll go with the latest one. Then it is asking for the instance type. You can see, but the large instance you will take, the most it will cost you. So I'm going to with the T3A medium one, so that it's a demo purpose. That's why I'm not going for a large machine, but for the production one, based on requirement, you can always choose your type of machine. Then of course I want the single instance right now. No other details. I have disabled the key pairs. I don't need key pair as of now. Key pair is basically the combination of the private and the public key, and this public key is something which is public, and the private you always keep this in order to interact with the machine. But right now we are going with the basic one, so no key pair. Click on next. So the next information is the role. By default one, choose this role, and it clearly says the role is used to deliver AWS credential to your application, and after that this application would be able to access the AWS resources. So choose this AWS role, and similarly the permission. Click on next. Although you can modify these permission roles anytime once the environment is created. So see, the framework is 3.1 and it's any CPU. Click on next. You can enable the health check in order to get the advanced health. We have some healths in the uh, Elastic Beanstalk. If your environment is not working, we have green, red, yellow health indicating the status of your environment. So if you take this, you will have the detailed version of your issues, but we are not going to enable this right now. Click on next. Then you will review everything. If everything looks fine to you, click on this deploy. Now it will take 5 or 10 minutes. What it will do, it will create the environment in the selected region to your application. If you go to Elastic Beanstalk, maybe from the services, so here you can see all the environments which are already available to this region. So you can see I have already one environment available which was showing me in Visual Studio 2019 while creating the environment as well. And this is the environment. Now it is being created. Gray indicates that is something is being applied. So if you click on the environment, you will see the different logs are being generated. So again, as I said, it will take 5 or 10 minutes, and after that your environment will be created and your application should be up and running to that version. So I'm going to pause this and will resume once it completes the log. Okay, so it has successfully launched the environment, we can see here, and the environment has been set to green. Green indicates that everything is fine. So now let's go back to our environments and see, do we have our environment with the green states? Yes, we have. Now if I click on this URL, I should be see the output, and I need to add the weather forecast. Okay, we have the same data. Now let's verify this using the Postman as well. Enter the public URL, and we have the data. Now next, if you make any change in your application, again right click on the publish, and this time do the deploy on the existing environment rather than the new environment. So that is the only change you need to do, need to make. See, now we have the two environments, right? So that was the first way with which we can achieve this. Now in the second one, in the second part actually we'll do using the AWS console part. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any comment, kindly let me know, and please do subscribe Coding Friday. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.